Dakota, what's up? How's it going? Wasn't supposed to be streaming tonight, but got home early. Got the hiccups too, so that's great. Awesome. Glad to hear it. I haven't checked the list in a bit. Dang, you really waited until the last minute, didn't you? So I was out wood cutting today. Shit does happen sometimes. Nothing you can do about it. But yeah, my everything hurts. I need to buy more knives. Yeah. Well, I had fun getting that thing all put together. This took way longer than expected. Went out and got a picture of it today. I need to go out and take some more pictures. I'll be putting them on Instagram. What to do, what to do. What can we do? My God, fucking hiccups. What can we do tonight? This is the downside of not having plans. I'd grab something to sharpen, but everything's sharp already. J-Dog, what's up? How's it going? Christina, what's up? I got the hiccups again. Well, that's... Oh, God. That's good to hear. This is probably going to be a pretty short stream. AJ, what's up? It was busy. Very busy. The usual watch, just with a leather strap. Citizen Garrison. Super titanium with a leather strap. It was the green dial version, not the black dial that I usually wear. When I'm doing heavier work, I put on the other one. Palmer, what's up? I don't know what that's supposed to mean, Menace. Okay. Not much I can do to help there. A job? A slur? I used it to cut food today, so just to prevent myself from getting sick later. It's always best to keep the blade clean. Henry, what's up? How's it going? I never leave mine on the factory edge anymore. They always end up with a better edge than factory when I get a hold of them, so... No, that's fair. They're a little slick. They're not terrible, though. Nope. They have no texture to them. Rich, what's up? Yeah, they don't have any texture to them, but they don't feel like you're gonna drop them. I'd like to look at these under the microscope real quick. I am curious. Nice. I haven't played with a whole bunch of MagnaCut. There's a few companies that price it well, but being that it's usually over $100, it's just not in my price range. The one that I showed a picture of when it breaks. So there's a little bit of texture. Just real quick. Yeah, so they may look smooth, but they have some texture. Can I focus on the... Ooh, this should be fun. So these ones are blemished scales, and they've got chips from manufacturing. And I would like... Yeah... Now let's focus. I haven't messed with a lightweight shaman. I don't think I've actually ever touched a shaman before. There we go. So there's the chip. I'll show you what you're looking at. So these are blemished scales. They have chips taken out. Chips that shouldn't be there. It would be nice if the camera would focus. No. No mod tonight. Here's the problem, right? The scales for the PM2, the Para 3, the Manix 2, all the lightweight versions don't fit the G10 versions, which I think is stupid. So what do you guys think of the black on black? It's not very often I'd honestly go with a black on black like this, but I got these for so cheap, I just couldn't not do it. I mean, it fits pretty much the same as the G10 scales, just a little bit more chamfering. It feels similar, just double the weight. Oh, you're gonna love this. So, brand new. These are Zirconium scales from Menton Boss. They are $170. They had them up for $55, and they had a 50% off deal going on. After tax, I think I spent like 29 bucks on a set of Zirconium scales. And the knife itself, I think I spent 40 on an auction. So total cost of this knife right here to me was $69. A CME, I don't know what that is. Brand new price. So it also came with a, I don't know if that's titanium. Magnet, come here. Interesting. I'm intrigued. I need to look into this. Oh, no, it's just a regular I kind of prefer it this way. I just use my middle finger and or thumb. Need to look that up. Because I do find that weird. I didn't know. I'm not even sure if zirconium is magnetic. But that was blatantly obvious. Oh, actually, wait. Now that I think about it, these do have stainless liners inside. It is. I'm just going to double check to make sure. I've seen those though, the little button thing. A lot of these dudes want way too much for it though. I will bring these. Fishy Fingers, welcome back. So I don't think these are pure zirconium. It's probably an alloy of some sort. So here's what I'm going to do. On Thursday, I will bring these to the pawn shop. And I will take the scales off and have them test the scales to see what the materials are. I want to know the chemical makeup of these scales because I'm curious. we will see and verify whether or not they are zirconium or what percentage of zirconium they are. I find the stuff interesting. It looks really good, personally, with the DLC coated blade. I don't know. I try and price things reasonably. I really do, but sometimes it's hard to compete with some of these guys. Some of them have them priced extremely well. Some of them have them priced way too high. Yeah, I've got a great relationship with my local pawn shop. I've been going there at least once a week, almost, for the last 3 years. I know the owner. We talk every once in a while. I go in and I sharpen their knives, and I get paid for it. I don't get paid much, but I'm happy with how much I get paid to do it, so. Wonder if Met and Boss would care if I had those tested. Well, I'm about to buy a Chris Reeve for. Or wait, was it a Chris Reeve? I don't know. I'm about to buy an expensive knife for around 600. I don't mess around with the custom stuff very often. I don't have anything that's custom actually, because usually they're way too expensive to me. This whole build, I was thinking about this the other day. This whole build with the pocket clip and everything, to build it is like $400. My next large expense is a Grail knife. Yes, I mean this one's pretty cool too. I've actually been very happy with this thing, and being that the blade was already used when I got it, I don't feel bad carrying it. I'm a little skeptical about the scales, but other than that, I don't know how wear resistant zirconium is. Boring. I don't have a. I kind of want one of those things. It's the only Tonto I will ever happily own. I don't have one, but I sharpened one a while back, like a couple weeks ago. It was so easy to sharpen. I suck with Tontos, but that one was just so easy. So I've been looking at their new X-Lock version in aluminum, and I want one, but I really don't want to drop $85 on it. I don't know if you guys heard. By the sounds of it, Microtech is dropping an MSI Mini on October 4th in titanium. Now, months ago, I told them that they needed, or that they should make a mini MSI with a blade that's like between 3 and 3.5 inches. And apparently, you have a good one, Rich. We'll see you later. apparently, they took people's suggestions and are actually doing it. So, as long as they can come out with a polymer version for like 140, I'll buy one of those. I will snatch that thing up so quick. And if they don't come out with it soon, and Paul, I think you guys will agree with me that this isn't a terrible thing to do. I will be buying a full-size MSI clone and cutting the blade down to size and cutting the handle down to size so that I don't destroy an actual MSI. I think that's fair. I don't know what you guys think about that. Everybody disappeared. Either that or chat broke again. Nice. Yeah, I don't think that a clone in this situation is a bad thing because it's going to end up destroyed, right? I think people would agree with me that it's better to destroy a clone than it is to buy a real one and destroy that. Thank you. It's one of the only times that I will condone buying a clone. Because I think it's better to spend like 60 to 80 bucks instead of 170 something. Especially since I'm not sure that I can grind M390 MK with the materials that I have. All right, we'll see you later, AJ. You have a good one. Okay, I won't be a dirt block. What to do? Can I find a used MSI for like under 100 bucks? If I can, I'll buy a real one and do that instead. I have new messages. Everybody disappeared again. Oh well. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up an MSI and see if I could get one for like not ridiculously expensive. $275. No thanks. 200. Nope. 165. Closer. 150. That's better. 250. No. 225. No. 160. But it's half serrated. 315. 280. 175. But it is half serrated. Also half serrated. Yeah, I didn't want to spend over 100 though. Personally, I'm not really worried about how abused it is either. Like, it could be beat to shit because what I'm gonna do to it is damn near heresy to any Microtech purists. But nobody sticks their abused knives up for sale. I'm gonna take a guess 1600. You always end up spending more than you think you will. That's the worst part. Lowest price. Okay, I'll take a look at here in a sec. I'm looking on eBay for an MSI that's beat to shit. Why the hell does this dude want $15 in shipping? How do these people get away with this? God damn. $5. $5 in shipping. That's all it takes. Opening Instagram. Oh, I found one for 75. They just want 15 in shipping. Weird chat. Oh yeah. Looks kind of small to me. Kind of small looking. Yeah, but I'd like to, if possible, buy a real one. And if not possible, then we'll go over to the clone side of things. Oh, dude, I really do want that Microtech build. The one that I saw on Reddit, I want that. What do you guys think of a mini MSI with a 3¼ inch blade? This is, of course, after buying the new Grail knife. And hopefully after Michael buys the PM2 that I've got. I don't know, I've never had an issue with a 3¼ inch blade. But I've got smaller hands than you, most likely, so. Like, the Para 3 is one of the most comfortable knives I own. Cody, what's up? How's it going? I don't know who that is. Unfortunately, I don't know everybody. Ah, so shitty week. Gonna be honest, I was gone all day. Well, Cody, I could fix that by having you buy a knife from me. Then you get a new knife day in like a week or less. I don't know who Choir Boys is. I know who Jared is. I don't know who Choir Boys is. I'm just saying. You could get an Adonis in a week or less. Hell, if you want to pay for overnight shipping, you could have your knife in a day or two. Ah, so basically what I do. But not me. Oh, you still have it on hold. You've got a while. How much time do you have? Okay, that wasn't bad, actually. Ban slingshots. Why would I ban slingshots? I wouldn't do that. Okay, we'll see you in a bit, Henry. If I can read. I may have forgotten. I forget a lot of things. My eyes hurt. I can't ban forgetting. That's the only thing I'm good at. You know what? I'm going to ban. I've got the perfect thing to ban. No, see, I'm the one that bans things. You're the one that buys stuff because. Saturday. Indeed. I said I wasn't going to stream today. In fact, I meant yesterday. Dude, I'm broke too. The money I have saved up goes specifically to my next knife. Fuck, it is Sunday. Anyway, Richard got his knife today. Unfortunately, I don't remember the knife. But what was this? Oh, the Oh So Sweet. Okay. Oh, standard UPS ground. They actually do pretty solid. Depending on the cost of the knife that I ship, I insure extra, but yeah. What? Dude, I did not sleep worth shit last night. Which is why I was saying earlier, this is probably going to be a short stream. I've got a lot of vouchers for sales. I've sold a lot of stuff on this channel. And I've been happy to do it. It just came to mind. I think I've sold like... How many have I sold? I know it's a decent amount. I just keep buying and selling stuff, so... What have I sold so far? Civivi Savant, a GEC 71, James Brand Redstone, CRKT Liftoff, Kershaw Iridium, a Baby Banter, PM2, another knife, a Praxis, a case, a Cold Steel American Lawman, a Kershaw Knockout, a Civivi Elementum Button Lock, a Civivi Praxis, a a Civivi Elementum 2, a pair of 3, a baby banter, again, a rat 1, and an oh so sweet. I don't think I've ever seen a case Barlow, to be completely fair. I did tell you that it was sharp, to be completely fair. Yeah, I've never seen one of those in a picture or in person. You know what that means. We gotta look it up. Come on, maroon bone. I want one in maroon bone. They did, in fact, make them. They're discontinued, though. At least the black one right here. Or purple bone, apparently. What are you looking for in specific? I can't guarantee anything. I don't want green, I want purple. But I can look around and see what I can find. Damn, that's expensive. 90, 92, 90, 84, 85, 108. So yeah, they still make them. It's just really expensive. Let me take a wild guess. None of these. Oh wait, this one is carbon steel. Dude, that's awesome. Wow, I didn't realize the blades were that short. Under 2.5 inches for the big blade, and 2.1 inches for the small one. I think I'm gonna stick with my my Para 3 and my PM2. No, but I want a large Barlow. I don't know if somebody makes that or not, but I want it to exist if it doesn't. So, Richard, was there something specific you were looking for? I've seen the Culpepper. I wasn't disappointed with that one because they made it in red bone, which I like. Yeah, but whenever I think of Bear and Sons, for some reason I think cheap. Oh, that's big. And of course, priced reasonably. No clue what steel it is. God, I've been feeling like shit for the past few days. I need to work on not being sick. What to do, what to do. I have good news. My Para 3 build with the blade that didn't fit. Apparently the guy is sending me a set of um, titanium hardware that will fit the blade, which means I have a spare set of titanium hardware for a Para 3, which means I might be replacing the hardware on my Maximate Para 3 with titanium instead. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that titanium on a structural part is a good idea. Specifically a wear part. Cut and carry, what's up? So I don't like the thought of the pivot barrel being titanium. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the titanium pivot. Well, that's the thing. You never really know. Yeah, I'm probably just going to keep the steel pivot that it's got in it, to be completely honest. But on my Para 3 build, the only, like, the pivot hole on the blade is too small. So the titanium set that I bought didn't fit. So yeah, this hardware just doesn't fit. Brand new Spyderco scales. aftermarket liners, aftermarket hardware. So it would be a user. This Para 3 build was. The blade is made out of VG10 or 10CR or whatever. So it's not like any of the high end steels. I bought it specifically because I wanted a knife to abuse so that I don't abuse the one that I actually like. Because Maximate doesn't play well when it comes to abuse. And VG10 should. Because VG10 usually doesn't give a shit. Especially when it's supposed to be between 58 and 60 HRC. Shouldn't be a big deal. Now I just need to anodize the hardware purple. Because I like purple. Well, if it's anything from Midgard Messer, I know for a fact that I can't afford it. As for 15V, Maximate held its edge longer in my testing. So I'm going to stick with Maximate. However, 15V wasn't bad. I'd much rather have one in like S30V to abuse. Like my military is in S30V. I'm pretty sure they're all in S30V. What is mine? I don't know what you mean by that. Actually, I do want to look at that big Beowulf, though. Oh, what steel is yours? Yours is 8CR13 MOV. Which isn't bad for a budget steel when you spend... What'd you spend, 20 bucks? That's kind of hard to beat. I am interested. But they are sold out where I was looking, which is on the Midgard's website. I wish you luck in finding one. God, I charged you $20 for that. I didn't make shit on that. I think after shipping it ended up being like $4. So, big whoop. Fair enough. Appreciate it. That'd be interesting. Oh, I'm not mad about it. Ugh, I needed liquid assets. Well, I don't need them, but having liquid funds is helpful for when I'm buying more stuff. I need to put more stuff up for sale. You know what would be fun is putting this thing up for sale for more than it would cost to build one so that I could buy another one and then build another one. About a lock on what? It is zirconium, yeah. It's a similar color to the DLC coating without the matte finish in person. They're from Met Boss. They're made here. Well, they are machined here in my home state. Either machined here or laser etched here. I don't know for sure anymore. They don't make a lock for that knife, unfortunately. I'm happy with it. If you would like to make one or build one, total build cost is around 400, but it cost me 69 to make it. As for a knife with a tip retention lock, I'm trying to think of every knife that Kershaw made with that lock. And I know the leak is one of them. Not everybody likes the leak though. So what it does is it has this plastic lock that gets stuck in the way of the blade so that it doesn't open in your pocket. Yep. I bought the PM2 in an auction for $40. Total cost of the auction was $240, but or something like that. So that knife was $40. And then the scales are blemish scales. Along with Met and Boss was having a 50% off sale at the time, so instead of costing me 55, they cost me like 29. So total cost was $69. This real build actually cost me less than it has cost me less than my Para 3 build with a fake blade. And the blade doesn't fit on the hardware right now. Apparently the guy's going to send me some hardware that will fit. So woohoo, but the Para 3 build cost me like 110 or something. I'd say this one, but if you paid me $500, I'd sell it to you. And then I could go build another one for 400 and then have $100 extra. So recommendation, go build your own because it's cheaper. I have a couple other ones. I am definitely sick. I need to work on that. So they have chips from milling. But I don't care. So I've thought about doing a raffle, but here in Idaho, raffles are illegal unless you make most of the profits go to charity or some bullshit. Anyway, oh yeah, I've been very, very happy with these scales, but I've only had them for a few days. It's heavy. Oh yeah, I'm doing a giveaway, but that's not a raffle. The giveaway is free. So this is one of those other knives that I'd never get rid of. And I plan on buying more of these. The price is going down on them, actually. So this is no longer the most expensive knife I own. Instead, this is. Which blows my mind. Nope, I don't. I've thought about it, but I don't know. I also thought about getting one of them zirconium uh, plugs for this, but I don't know. If I'm gonna go zirconium, I should probably go all the way. Other than hardware, obviously. Another couple that I will never get rid of is my Para 3. I doubt I'll ever get rid of my Mini Adamas, but I don't know. I don't see a point in getting rid of this thing. If Zirconium wasn't so damn expensive, and Met and Boss made them smooth on both sides instead of smooth on one side and then frag on the other, because I hate frag. The frag scales they're just annoying. They shred pants and I don't like them. I wonder if they're still doing that 50% off sale. Probably not. They definitely lost money on those scales that I bought. Nope, doesn't look like it. Ah. Yeah, the PM2 Zirconium scales from Met and Boss already sold $750. I'll show you what I mean. It is exactly what you think. It looks like a frag grenade. Literally just machined with the cross-hatching pattern. I hate that. But yeah, these things sold for $749.99. And there's only one set. Honestly, I'm only debating on Zirconium. If it wasn't so damn expensive, I'd be happy with it. No way. Shit, I didn't know that they made that. Again, I don't have any hinders. So I'm a YouTuber, if you haven't figured that out. And apparently, Rick Hinderer doesn't like receiving criticism. So, I just don't think that it's going to be good for me in the long run to buy something of his when, from the few people I've talked to, they are heat treated soft. Right there. Zirconium pocket clip for the PM2 for a whopping $200 for a pocket clip. That is a lot of money for a pocket clip. Or I could get the frag pattern version for $220. Oh, they make Zirconium backspacers. Have those sold yet? Maybe it's a magical pocket clip. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is. Don't knock it till you tried it. Perfect. I could get a Zirconium hole plug for $75. Or I could get a regular Zirconium one for $25. And I'm actually debating on that one. Highly recommend not modifying your Spyderco, by the way. That was a big pain in the ass. I could get a Zirconium backspacer for this. And it would only cost me. So, first of all, here's what they look like. And it would only cost me $250. Dude, if I went full Zirconium on one of these things, this knife would be like over $1,500. That is so much money. Exactly. I think I'll just stick with my Zirconium stuff. I've been pretty happy with that. I mean, I'm probably gonna stick with titanium, honestly. All good, no problem. Eh. Just talking about prices and things that I wouldn't get rid of. Which is basically the stuff on the table. I recommend not doing that. Because you may snap it. Here's another recommendation. You can go onto the Kershaw website. If you go onto Google and look up. Oh, yeah, and on that one, I definitely wouldn't mess with it, actually, now that I think about it. That one's only held on by 2 screws. It's just not something that I would mess with. Community post, community post. Pair of 3 in... What steel is that? No, it would most likely snap. Unfortunately. An M390. Now that's weird. An 80-20 or 20.5, probably a 20. A para 2 in some other steel that I can't read. And a Microtech Stitch ram lock. 20.5, so I was right either way. So if you go onto Kershaw's website, or if you just go onto Google and look up Kershaw parts request, I'll show you what to look up. Really easy. You'll get your new pocket clip in like 2 or 3 weeks. So you're going to go over and look up Kershaw parts request. You're going to click on the warranty and service link. You're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And then you're going to slowly scroll up until you see where it says parts request form. You're going to click on that. You're going to enter all of this info. You're going to go to your model number, which is on the knife. And you're going to say that you need a pocket clip set. In the description, my pocket clip broke on, or just say that it got bent or something. Or that it broke on a seatbelt. Or I'd probably go with the bent thing. And then you scroll down until submit form, and then there you go. In like 2 or 3 weeks, you'll end up with a new pocket clip. And then you can do whatever stupid shit you wanted to do, which I do stupid shit all the time. I've broken a pocket clip doing this. So I'm not the only one that's dumb. I've done it like 5 times, so I can't be talking shit when it's something that I do all the time. Oh, it's just a bent pocket clip, no big deal. Now, to be completely fair, I think I've snapped like 4 pocket clips and I've permanently mangled another one. So, I'm not the smartest guy. Oh, honestly, this thing should be in a case. But then it'll never get used. No, it's not just Kershaw that I do stuff with. One of them was Hogue. They were really nice. They sent me a new one. I think I got it in like 5 days. Who else have I messed with? So I know I've done Kershaw like 2 times for pocket clips specifically. Hogue was once. Who else? Civivi wanted me to pay for it, and I didn't want to, so I just didn't get one. God damn, I can't remember who the other one was. Oh. You'd be surprised how many stupid decisions I make, though. I've stopped saying that I can fix things myself when it comes to modifying stuff. Especially when it comes to a pocket clip like this. I would never be able to fix this. It is bent out slightly. It's just not going to happen. So this is a Kershaw Junkyard Dog 2 SG2. The SG2 is the blade steel. So if you look up Kershaw 1725 SG2, I think on eBay they're like 200 something, 300 something. I don't know, it's been a bit. There's only 1,000 of them. I don't know, I just looked at it as a modified drop point. Yep. It's one of the ones that I won't get rid of because they're hard to find. Especially in almost brand new condition. Here's one on eBay in used condition for $375.99. More than I want to pay. Yeah, they just look like that and they have texture to them. We can look at that under the microscope. I want to find other ones that are for sale. Microscope. I think this one came out before the P51. The Boker P51. With decent steel. So yeah, they are holes that look like rivets. Lou, how's it going? I'd like to look inside one of the holes. There's a hair inside that hole. No, that's a piece of fabric. Never mind. I can't talk about my Grail knife because I'm pretty close to buying it. I need a little more money, but it is within reach. And then once I get it, I'll make a video on it or something. I don't know. Yes, simple. Very simple tastes. I'm waiting for a certain someone to show up, but I don't think he's going to show up today either. Nice. It's about damn time you found one for a decent price. I wish you luck in getting his on over in Germany. But being that it's a locking blade and blah 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 blah, and wonder how much it would cost to ship something like that to Germany. Fair enough, then I won't try and help. I still need to look into that. I completely forgot to look into that, by the way. Just wait until you guys see the full build. This thing's going to be amazing when it's done. So I think here in about 20 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream because I have other things that I would like to do tonight. Spyderco steel, please. Which one? Maximate S45. Charlie, welcome back. It's going to be a solid user. That's going to suck, dude. That really is going to suck. Nice. Which one are you getting? A leak. Solid. Great choice. I've been known to have a leak or two. Or 10. So guys, I'm going to try something new with a knife. I wish you luck. They, a pretty expensive knife. Jim, thank you very much for stopping by, but that is the chair. What are you going to do to stop me? Now, what is this other knife you were talking about? Miley, what's up? How's it going? Hey, Jim, I hate to say it. I really do. But I think you should just sell that Junkyard Dog too. I've had you hold on to it for a really long time, and frankly, I have other things that are becoming more important at the moment. Lou has always had an attitude. I'm not sure if anybody could fix that. It's gonna be a bit before I can afford it, is the problem. Like, I have a Grail knife I'm going after at the moment, and I'm also trying to sell off, like, most of my collection to buy cooler stuff, which that would be one of the cooler stuff. I don't know. I just don't know how long it's going to be, is the problem. No, dude, morphine's where it's at. Go to the hospital. Like, I got some of that shit with kidney stone. Oh, it was amazing. Not good enough for me to get it again, but the pain went away very quickly. I gotta go grab my tools. Where did I put those tools? I'm not sure where I put them. So that's not good. On the bright side, I should have a T8 screwdriver on the table. Oh, I just got pain relief. Very quickly. Oh. Fucking tools are hidden. Yeah, I didn't quite have anything that bad. Dude, I show my hands on every stream. Yeah, I had to use a hydraulic press to push mine out. I'm not trying to take the whole thing apart, to be honest. I'm just putting some grease in there. That was way too much. That was way, way too much. Wow, that's a really weird thing to come across at the same time, if you know what I mean. Cool, but I could also just use a hydraulic press and a pair of. Basically, what I did was I opened this like this, and I stuck this in the hole after I pushed one out already, and then I used the hydraulic press on this. It was a 20-ton hydraulic press, and I used it just to remove that. I don't know anything of a Walmart butterfly knife. Yeah, I had no clue how hard it was going to be to remove that. It took 45 minutes to remove the one side, and then about 5 minutes to remove the other with a hydraulic press. Yeah, it was, well, they sell a 20-ton hydraulic bottle jack. And that's what I put, or that's what we put in the press. Worked out great, by the way. In the garage. It would help if you spelled hydraulic right. That's better. Got about 8 minutes until I end the stream. Okay. Oh, you see, Cody. Apparently, you're one of the few people who is entertained by my. And what happens when people become entertained is they tend to stick around and watch for some reason. I don't know where this comes from, this sudden fascination of people sticking around, but what happens is they don't realize that I'm stealing your time. I'm taking it from you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because you're stuck here watching me. No, I'm just a time thief. It's the only thing that I steal from you guys. Like, oh wow, I just suddenly stole 2 hours of your day. There's nothing you can do about it. That wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, I'm gonna ban people playing my videos at bus stations now. I will mandate. No, buses are useful. However, I will ban that one thinner or narrower seat in the back of the bus. The back of the bus, the school bus, has this one seat that's about half as wide as the rest of them. No, Cody, see, you're overlooking the actual solution. We're just gonna ban crime at the Gray House or at the Greyhound station in Jackson. I'm assuming that's in Mississippi or something. We're also going to ban crime across all Greyhound stations, except for the one that's close to downtown Boise, Idaho. Son and father, what's up? I hereby ban. No, wait. I gotta think of the right way of saying this. Yes, okay. I hereby ban periwinkle anodized titanium screws from being put onto knives. Well, that's just sad. The least you could do is number one. What else do we want to ban? Yeah, but now you're number two. At least take your spot back. God damn. Ooh, look at me. I'm number two in crime. Nobody likes the first loser. Let's be real here. Then go do something about it. You're gonna let Chicago take over? What a shame. You should be ashamed. God, you're not even last in education. What can you do right? What kind of record do you hold now? Oh, see, actually, we have the most stolen school buses in in per capita in the U.S. What do I think of the UK? I'm sad to see where it's headed, but there isn't anything that I can do about it, so oh well. Hi, 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 hi. I'm gonna put you in timeout because you're talking a lot, way too fast. Timeout. A minute. Ooh, one of the higher. Damn, man, you muted him for 5 minutes? That's a long time. Look at me, I'm Cody. And I know that we aren't first place in crime. Ooh. I act like it's not a big deal because every time I think about it, it makes me depressed. We can't be number one in crime. We can't be the last place in education. That is quite the dream. You want to take back the title from Chicago? That's going to be hard. That is probably one of the hardest things that anybody could pull off. What does that mean? Religiosity. I've never heard this word before. Is this like how many people are religious per capita? Because that doesn't add up. Believing in fairy tales. Okay. I just want to iterate now. I do not condone theft or any other crimes that will get you incarcerated. And just because I laugh at that doesn't mean that I am condoning it. I'm pretty sure getting caught is what makes it a crime. Or something like that. Alright, guys. We've been streaming for 2 hours. We're going to talk about the things that I need to ban, and then we are going to end the stream. So I hereby ban. pocket clips on the Leatherman Wave Plus that are this color specifically. Zirconium screws for the Delica 4. And tungsten carbide pivot screws for both the PM3 or PM2 and the Para 3. Specifically the screws, not the barrel. The barrel might be fine. And finally, I hereby ban .68% isopropyl alcohol. .69% isopropyl alcohol is fine, but 68, that's too far. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night, day, morning, whatever it is. Feel free to say your goodbyes or whatever right now. No, I don't want to ban morning. Although I do hate mornings. Maybe next time. But we will see you in the next stream, probably tonight. Have a good one, guys.